The US-China rivalry in the Horn of Africa is fundamentally reshaping the region's allegiances, economy, and security landscape, forcing nations to navigate an increasingly complex geopolitical tightrope. The most visible manifestation of this rivalry is the unprecedented military standoff in Djibouti, where China's first overseas military base, established in 2017, operates just miles from the United States Camp Lemonnier, the Pentagon's largest permanent base in Africa. While the U.S. facility serves as a critical hub for counterterrorism operations against groups like Shabaab, analysts say the Chinese base, officially for anti-piracy missions, functions as a key node for intelligence gathering and protecting Beijing's sprawling economic interests. This proximity forces regional governments into a difficult calculus, balancing American security cooperation against China's economic inducements and its popular policy of non-interference in domestic affairs. The rivalry extends far beyond military posturing. A major diplomatic flashpoint is emerging over the breakaway region of Somaliland. While U.S. policy remains firmly committed to supporting the federal government of Somalia in Mogadishu, China is actively cultivating economic and political ties with Somaliland, attracted by the strategic port of Berbera. This divergence risks inflaming regional tensions and undermining Somali sovereignty. Meanwhile, local disputes are increasingly becoming proxy arenas for great power competition. Ethiopia's recent memorandum of understanding with Somaliland for port access and Egypt's subsequent outreach to Somalia and Eritrea are now deeply entangled with U.S. and Chinese strategic interests. Economically, China's Belt and Road Initiative, BRI, has been transformative, financing and constructing landmark projects like the Dorale multi-purpose port in Djibouti and the Addis Ababa-Djibouti Railway. However, this development comes with severe financial strings attached. Djibouti's debt to China now constitutes a staggering 70% of its total external debt, while Kenya's repayments for the Chinese-built standard gauge railway consume a substantial portion of its national budget. This has fueled widespread fears of debt trap diplomacy, where unsustainable debt translates into political leverage. In response, the U.S. promotes initiatives like the Partnership for Global Infrastructure and Investment, PGII, advocating for high-standard, transparent alternatives. Yet, Washington struggles to match Beijing's scale and speed, a challenge compounded by a broader trend of de-dollarization, as seen in Egypt's shift to yuan-based trade, which could erode U.S. economic leverage. The two superpowers offer fundamentally different models. China's state-centric, transactional approach offers infrastructure with minimal political conditions, while the U.S. frames its engagement through democratic partnership, emphasizing governance and human rights, a message often undermined by its own perceived inconsistency. For nations in the Horn, from Djibouti to Kenya to Ethiopia, this rivalry presents a double-edged sword. Leaders have become adept at multi-alignment, playing both sides to secure maximum investment and security assistance. This pragmatic strategy offers short-term gains but risks long-term entanglement in a new Cold War, where local agency is diminished and nations are forced into binary choices. The outcome in the Horn will not only define the future of one of the world's most volatile regions, but also serve as a decisive litmus test for the broader global order, signaling whether democratic or authoritarian influence will shape the critical decades ahead. What are your thoughts on this rivalry? Can the Horn of Africa effectively counter its negative impacts? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content on the forces shaping our world. Thanks for watching.